I'm Heather Mitz. I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio. I went to the University of Florida and played soccer there for 4 years. Was lucky enough to win a national championship, which I thought that would be the highlight of my career. But I was able to win 3 Olympic gold medals. It's pretty amazing to be able to put on the USA jersey and to represent your country. It's the best feeling in the world. I became very passionate about wanting to make a workout video for pregnant women because after I retired, I had my baby, I realized how difficult it really is, even for a world-class athlete, to get back in shape. I went online, I realized there aren't that many options for pregnant women to be able to work out from the comfort of their own home. And that frustrated me. Welcome to your 3rd trimester. All pregnant women want to feel great about their bodies and be able to embrace that and feel strong. I wanted to be able to empower women to not only look better, but to feel better about themselves and to be able to do it at home. And so that's why I made this workout that pregnant women can do along with me. What I learned from my first pregnancy was, I had areas that I really didn't work on throughout the pregnancy, and this time I have been able to do that, and I've noticed major results as far as being a little bit more toned in my upper body. My core is stronger, and that's gonna help with a quicker delivery, and toning the lower body is also just gonna help because you're carrying around more weight. When a lot of people think of my workouts, they're gonna think very intense, but I'm taking into consideration that you have a baby in there, and that's the most important thing. So yes, we're gonna challenge you, but at the same time, we'll make sure that all the exercises are very safe. Keeping your back nice and flat. The more you do it, the more comfortable you're gonna feel, the better results you're gonna see, and at the same time, it's fun. Excellent work to stay motivated for you and your baby. I cannot wait to share my workout with you. I know you're gonna love it just as much as I do. Welcome to workout 3. Looking forward to the progression today, and we're gonna start with that belly breathing, 5 in, 5 out. Make sure you get it completely out. Waking everything up. We're gonna work on our neck rotation, down, ear to our shoulder, all the way back. Remember to stay nice and loose. I'm gonna do 2 of these. We're gonna go to the opposite direction. Here. Just waking everything up. When you're doing this, warming everything up. Last one. All right, now we're gonna work on our shoulders, so bringing them up, back, and down. Trying to activate back, loosen up the shoulders. Opposite direction, doing everything twice. Forward. All right, and we're gonna bring our arms together in the front. Stretching that back, stretching it back to the back, locking our hands together, pulling that up, opening up your chest. Do that one more time. Big stretch. Get you going. Get your body warmed up, getting ready for the big workout today. All right, now we're gonna do a hip opener. Warming up those hips, bring your leg up, open, down, and back. Do that one more time. Nice little pop. Switch legs. Come down, back across. And get those things all warmed up. Getting ready for our workout. We're gonna do an ankle rotation. Point your toe down. Do 2 of these. And opposite direction. All right, switch legs. And the last one. And then we're gonna do our psoas stretch. Open up our hips, arm across. Nice stretch. Getting that blood circulating. Your hips. Once again, you should feel actually a huge stretch in your hip flexor. Switch legs. Helping to prepare for that delivery. Last one. Up. Across. Preparing for that delivery. Our body's nice and warm, woken up. We're ready to get right into our core. Always starting with the core workout, getting it activated before we move into anything else. So we're gonna challenge you today. We are progressing from the normal plank, and we're now doing a plank on your hands with an abduction. So we're gonna come down. You can, if you're struggling and it's too tough, you can actually come down and be on your elbows and your knees, but I'm gonna come up to my feet. I'm gonna be on my hands and my feet. And first, I wanna activate my glute, bring it up, and then out. And then you continue to activate that glute, toe pointing down. You can feel your pelvic floor, suck it in, activate that glute. This is really challenging. So you bring that down. Make sure your back is still very straight. Continue to activate that glute. Out. Slight little movement. You should really feel this in your glutes though, as well as your core. And we can come down. This is where things get really challenging. So we're gonna come up, once again, side plank. We've done this a million times. Come up if you want. You can be on your knees still and bring your leg out, or really challenge yourself and come up on your feet. So stacking, activating our glute, and we're bringing our leg up. And make sure not to focus too much on your shoulder. You should still feel your obliques, and you should have a lot of your weight in your hip. I'm gonna switch sides. Think about keeping your feet straight ahead, stacking your body, coming up, obliques, and you should feel it in your glutes. You want to lead with your heel. These are definitely a lot more challenging. So we're done with that, come down. On your hands, we're gonna do a glute bridge with a leg raise. So you wanna actually come down, bring your hands close to your butt, hands facing forward, and we wanna come up onto almost like in a tabletop, and we're bringing our leg out straight. So more challenging. You should feel this majority in your glute. Make sure your hands are facing forward though. So in a tabletop position, squeezing your glutes, activating your pelvic floor. Couple more. Okay. All right. So we're gonna go through that rotation once more. Prone plank with the hands in the abduction. So back to the original position. On your hands, once again, if it's too tough, come down onto your shoulders and out, flat back. Go ahead and activate that glute, and then you go out. Should not feel this in your back. This is about strengthening your back. Remember, we should be working out 30 minutes a day. If you need to come down and take a break in between, you can. 4 to 6 days a week, challenging yourself, being active, The more active you are, not only is it good for you, but it's also good for your baby. Couple more. Definitely should be feeling it in your core, but in your glutes more than anything. Back down to the side plank. Side plank with the leg raise. Second set's gonna be really challenging, making sure that you're not feeling it too much in your shoulder. Coming up, activate a good stacking glutes. Feel it mostly in your glutes and in your obliques. Try to do as many as you can. And we'll switch sides. Remember, activate that glute, obliques, lead with your heel. You're carrying that extra baby weight, so you need to activate your core. It's a great way to do it. And last one, good job. So, glute bridge. Hands facing forward. Come up into the tabletop. Feet facing forward. Coming up. Getting your belly up there. Accentuating your glutes. And holding your leg out. Exercising helps to reduce the amount of cortisol, which is your stress hormone in your body. So just think about all the benefits of working out. As you become stronger, you're getting ready to carry that extra baby weight. And it's very important to have a strong core. Couple more. Good job. That's pretty much it. Good job in the core section. Always when you're down on the ground and you're going to a standing position, be really careful about your movement because you can get lightheaded. But great job. Obviously it's a little bit tougher than the workouts we've had previously, and now we're ready to move into the upper body portion. Our core is nice and activated. It's time to work on our upper body portion. Again, you will need some light weights. So we can grab those right now. We're gonna start on our 3-way shoulder circuit. So we want a nice athletic position. We're gonna come up, open, and down. Opposite, that's 1. 2. 3. And we're working on our deltoids, our back, and also our traps. So 3 different muscles, all in one. All in one. And I gained the majority of my weight that you could really notice in my upper body late into my pregnancy. So continuing to work on these muscles, because even after you have the baby, a lot of times you see women that have awful posture. They're having to breastfeed. So continuing to work these muscles to be ready for that time. Let's do one more. Okay, good job. All right, so now we're gonna move on to our tricep kickback with biceps. So we're gonna do tricep kickback first. Nice athletic stance, bent over a little bit. You're gonna start with your arms up here by your armpits, and you actually are gonna do a slight little movement, kicking it back, working on that tricep. And you should actually feel that tricep working. Slight little movement to really focus on straightening the arm, keeping your elbows nice and high, and you should feel that tricep big time. You don't even need heavy weights to really focus on this muscle. So we're gonna come up now. We're gonna do like a hammer curl. So this is a different bicep than what we have done. You wanna have the weights facing forward, and you wanna come up and down, up and down. Biceps once again. Slight little movement, not really moving much, both for your tricep and your bicep. Feel like burning this out though. And if you need heavier weights, this is when you really wanna work on it as your first set, and then if they start to become too heavy for you, then in the next set you do a lighter weight. All right. And one more. All right, great. Now we're gonna go to external rotation. Still be in that athletic stance. You wanna have your elbows in tight. Really small movement, just opening up that back. You actually are squeezing your scapula. Working on those back muscles. You wanna turn your hands out. Working on upper back. Open, open. So all of these are really small movements. Just trying to isolate those muscles and burn them out. So you can see more definition in your upper body. And we're working on our posture in particular with this exercise. All right, so we're gonna go one time through. Once again, that three-way shoulder. Nice athletic stance. Up, open, out. Back in. And that's one. 10 of these. Think about, obviously we're all here because we want to be fit moms. Some of the things that are benefited from working out is just the fact that we won't have that lower back pain. You don't have nearly as much depression, less labor interventions, less cesarean births, and also probably the most important, the gestational diabetes. All from working out, what you're doing right now. Yes, we wanna look good, we wanna feel good. And it's all about having good self-esteem, but at the same time, ultimately it's about how can you have a healthier baby? And that's what we're doing right now. We're creating that. Last one, we're gonna go one time out, and back in. Good, all right. Back to our tricep kickbacks. Leaning over, arms in, straightening on the way up. Working on that tricep, couple more of these. Kick back. Definitely feel it in your tricep. Small little muscle, it's extremely hard to work. That's what we're doing right now. Triceps and biceps, shoulders, all those things. We can come up and continue to work on our biceps. Hammer. Think about, you're gonna be holding your baby. Gotta be strong in the biceps. Can't hold your baby for nearly as long, and there's no better feeling in the world to be able to hold that baby. Couple more. All right, now we're gonna go to external rotation. Once again, small little movement. We're gonna come out, squeeze that scapula together. Hands out. Working on our posture. Yes, we're planning on gaining some weight through our pregnancy, but we wanna do it in a healthy manner. And we're burning a lot of calories right now, so continuing to replenish, feed us, feed our baby. And we're gaining some muscle to go along with it. And last one, good job. If you're not feeling the burn, then please grab heavier weights, really challenge yourself, because that's what this is all about. Being as strong as you possibly can during your second trimester. Now we're gonna move on to our lower body portion. So we're moving right along into the lower body portion today, and we're gonna get right into your single leg squat round the world. So nice athletic stance, and we're actually gonna squat every single time. So we're gonna do a 5 count with your heel out, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we're actually gonna come back. Same thing, around the world. Yeah, so we're squatting every single time. Should feel this burning, big time. And the leg that's on the ground. And we're opening up our hips. Once again, just different action than what we're used to every single day. Most people aren't opening their hips like this. They're walking forward, maybe backwards, but we're getting a different angle here. I only do so many of these because these definitely, every single time that you go down, you're feeling it in your glutes, in your quads. This stuff will be the last one. 3, 4, and yeah, 5. All right, switching legs. Always evening things out. Stretch. And by the way, the further you stretch, the more difficult it will be. So if it's too difficult, once again, we're working on our balance. So if you want to have it closer to you, it's not quite as hard, but it's still working the muscles that you need to work. So you can either challenge yourself by working on your balance, by trying to stretch properly, making sure you're going down every single time. That's where you get the squat. We're gonna go through one more time. Last one. Last one, burning, feeling it. Big time. We're all about challenging ourselves. If you're breathing too hard, take a break by all means. That's a good one though. Nice and easy. All right, so now we're gonna work on a glute kickback with the high knee. And it's 2 steps. So once again, focusing on stabilizing on the plant leg, and we're gonna actually activate our glute on the way back, and then we're gonna come, you put your foot down, and then high knee. You can do it in 2 steps. You can do it in 1 step. Activate your glute, high knee. Activate, high knee. So on the way back, working on stretching your hip flexor, and then you're working on your glutes. Really focus though on the way back. Just like with the tricep kickback, on the way back, you're activating your glutes. And we're gonna switch legs. Activate, high knee. Balance at the same time. For me, it helps to use my arms. Activate, activate. If you need to, you can activate, bring your feet together, and then come up if that's easier. But once again, I mean, all of these lower body exercises right now, really working on your balance. We're gonna grab our bands. We're gonna work on band monster walks. These are pretty good. So, get that band on. We're working on activating our whole entire hip now. So you're gonna be planted on your left leg and you're gonna open, come back. So you're actually really gonna feel your hip and your glutes. Same thing with the round the world. The closer you keep it to your body, it won't challenge you quite as much. But if you really wanna open up, the more you should feel that in your glutes. Really feeling the inside also of our leg. And now we'll switch legs. Even feeling the burn when you're stabilizing on this leg also. So we're working our entire lower body. Open, open. Trying to keep your toe face forward, always leading with their heel. Little movement. Helps me to use my arms. Once again, arms always help, especially if we're off balanced. All one movement. And the further out you go, the more you'll feel that burn. All right, so going back through, you can take the band off. Back to our single leg squat with round the world. Once again, need a little breather. Please take it. Getting in our nice athletic stance. We were really working our lower body today. Nice athletic stance, squatting every time. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Back around. So we're all working out because we want to boost our self-esteem, but we also want to be healthy, not only for ourselves, but ultimately for our baby. Coming back around. And just one of the other benefits that go along with working out and staying active is the fact that as pregnant women, we already have a tough enough time at night getting a good night's rest. You probably already get very little rest if you have a little one running around the house like I do. So working out actually helps you to sleep better at night. A couple more. This will be the last one. And remember to continue to try to go up and down. So you're squatting, working on that plant leg. Feeling the burn. And last one. All right. Whew. Switching legs. Really feeling it on that one. So if you're struggling, you need to make it a little easier without taking a break. Maybe you just don't go as wide. Definitely helps me to use my arms to kind of have the motion to go up and down. Sometimes you get caught and maybe don't do the entire squat like you should. That's what this is all about. Getting a nice little squat in there. Couple more. So we're working on, right now, we're feeling this in our quads and our glutes. And at the same time, continuing to work on our balance. All of these exercises, working on our balance. We're not used to this, all of a sudden, this rapid growth that we have going on right here. So being able to combat that, all these exercises, that's what we're doing. So right now, we're gonna go to the glute kickback once again. Just think about athletic stance, active